Well, good morning, everybody. Hope you're having an amazing and blessed day today. Hope everything's going well with you. We are getting much better here, getting a lot healthier. Everybody's on the mend, praise God. So thank you for your prayers. And I wanted to kind of recap yesterday because I kind of threw the law under the bus, any laws, the idea of laws under the bus. And I just want to reiterate that I'm not saying we need to get rid of the law or that the laws are bad, and that's the kind of thing. This book is full of law and good things, but they don't fix problems. So I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm just saying there's limitations, and we have to understand what those limitations are and use them for what it is for and not for, and realize that it's not going to fix anything. So, how do we get the law to work? How do we get God's law to work? How do we get people to do it? And here's the thing: we must understand. Uh, sorry, wrong one. So why do we not obey the law? And that's the thing. So it's like we put these laws out there. They're good for people. They're supposed to be right, and what have you, but people still don't obey it. Well, it's basic human behavior. And it's like we don't understand it. It's like our lawmakers are oblivious to understanding just basic human behavior. Here's the thing: pain and pleasure. All of us want pleasure, and we don't want pain. That's as simple as it is. And here's the thing: if there's only a possibility of pain and there's a guarantee of pleasure, we're doing it every time. See, we think that we're going to make a law against drugs and put people in jail if they do them. Well, that's only if we can catch them. And they know that. We know that if I know I take this drug and it's going to give me pleasure for sure, and there's only a possibility I'm getting caught, not going to stop me. See, that's the thing. So, but what we want people to do is we want people to move to the next level. We want people to follow God's law. We want people to follow the law of the land. But we don't express why they should. And that's the thing. We must understand the law. We must understand the why, if we're going to obey it. And here's the thing: what I've been saying this whole time isn't about what's right or wrong. It's about what brings life and brings death. That's how we should be judging things, because what's right and wrong is very subjective depending on the person, depending on the situation. We're a whole gray mess. People, humans, society, civilization is a gray mess. And to say this is the way is impossible. That's why we need to break it down from what brings life and what brings death. And what brings life is anything that brings peace, joy, hope, uh, love, faith, righteousness. And I'm missing one. I can't think of it at the top of my head. Uh, but then what brings death? What brings death is anything that brings harm to you or another person. And if you want to bring harm to another person, then yes, that is bad. That is wrong. And we should have laws stopping people from harming others. And that's really what laws are for. You cannot harm other people, and that's the point. And that's the point of most of everything that's in this Bible, is about how we should not bring harm to others. But if we understand the why, then it makes a huge difference. Totally off subject where I'm supposed to be, but here we go. It is not our job to force people, manipulate people, coerce people, or use fear to get people to follow the law. It is our job to persuade people that the law is the best way. And that is so huge. The law is the best way. God's law is the best way. But it's our job to persuade people. If you are trying to make a law and it's not the best way, then it shouldn't be a law. Simple as that. Simple as that. So we have to get people to understand the why. And that's what I'm going to ask you today. Are you trying to follow God's law, whatever it is you think it is, or however you think it should be. But do you understand the why behind it? And so tomorrow we're going to get into the 10 commandments, and we're going to look at the why. Why do they exist? Why are they 10? You know, why? If we understand the why, it makes it a lot easier to obey, because we want life. We don't want death. We want life, right? So it's not a hard decision when the pleasure is there. But if we don't understand the why and there's no pleasure, we're not going to do it. So you guys have an